Good morning. I hope everyone feels great this morning. It is Friday, day 3 of our e-learning adventure. I hope everyone is caught up on their work. If you are not caught up, you have the weekend to get caught up, and I will grade anything that you turn in this weekend on Monday. Otherwise, once you finish your work today, you're finished until Monday morning. So let's see what we're going to learn today. Make sure you watch my video. Don't you just love my bubbly personality so early in the morning? And complete your daily check-in. Okay, you might see some different questions on there next week, so make sure you take it every day. Everything in the slideshow gets turned in at the end of the day. The only thing that won't get turned in unless you're finished would be your science slideshow on keeping germs away. All right, make sure you turn all of your work in, this slideshow, and anything you have to turn in from this slideshow by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So if you finish it by lunchtime today, you're done, which that would be putting first things first, which we do a lot in our classroom. So I hope that you are carrying those leadership skills over into your house. All right. Remember, you have to be in present mode to get the links to work, and you click the teacher to watch my video. You click the sunshine to see the morning or the daily check-in. I added your special area slide today. If you are not joined in Miss Cannon's Google Classroom, here is the code. Make sure you remember you go up and press the plus sign in Google Classroom and enter her code, and then you will be in her classroom. Also, your art lesson for today is here. You click the paint palette and it will take you, I think you have 2 choices. You get to pick one or the other. So one of the choices, I believe, is to take a picture, and you know how to do that. I will add a blank slide for you, or have your mom or dad take a picture in Class Dojo and share it there, and I will make sure that Miss Johnson sees it. Okay? All right, chapter 9. We're getting closer to the end, and your topic today that you're going to write your paragraph about, which, boys and girls, paragraphs are 5 to 8 sentences long, so 1 or 2 sentences is not going to cut the mustard. So make sure you're giving me lots of detail in your answers. Your topic today is that all stories have a conflict. So I want you to describe a conflict between Jess and Leslie in chapter 9. And I want you to predict, do you think that this conflict will lead to trouble later in the novel? Okay, there are only 13 chapters, so we're getting closer. All right. Make sure you finished your test from yesterday. I will record those grades in Google Class. In Power School. Today, you're going to start working on newspaper 13. So the link is in your social studies classroom, or you can click this link and go to Studies Weekly. You're going to read or listen to these 3 sections. The front, which is the North versus the South, and then 2 Ways of Life and More Problems. And those are found inside the 2 Ways of Life section on the inside, what we would call the inside of your newspaper. And while you are reading, think about these things. How did each side, the North and the South, make their money? Did they depend on slavery? If so, why was it helpful? And did the North or the South want a tariff? And remember, another word for tariff is a tax. Okay, and then you're going to complete this organizer. So use the information from your Studies Weekly to fill in this organizer. I've already given you one answer. So the first bullet will be the economy. How did the North make its money? How did the South make its money? Slavery. How did the North feel about slavery? How did the South feel about slavery? And then tariffs or taxes. How did the North feel about a tariff or a tax? And how did the South? I've already given you one, so you have to come up with another thought the South had. All right. Area and perimeter. Remember, area is the inside space, It's the amount of area or space that the shape takes up, and perimeter is the outside, the rim of the shape. So today you're going to be solving some perimeter and area problems. There are 6 of them, so make sure you put your answer in the blue box. You're also going to complete whatever boom card deck you're on for multiplication. I have the chart with me here at home, so I made sure everybody has assigned the correct boom card decks. If you pass with a 90 or higher, then I will assign you the next deck. And if you're not sure what deck you're supposed to be on, look in on the back section of your red folder, because that's where your card is. So go look at your card, and I will only check that today. So once you get 90% today, you're done, and I will assign you the next deck. Okay? If you're not sure what to do, send me a message and I'll explain it. You're also going to complete another lesson in your 3rd grade pathway. So make sure that you write the name of the lesson. You cannot write the name of the lesson after you turn in your work. So make sure you do that as soon as you're finished with your pathway. All right. Some of you completed your Ways to Keep Germs Away slideshow from yesterday, but if you didn't, you have another day to work on it. Remember, it's not due until Monday. Also, remember, some of you are forgetting, so I hope that this great big sign will help you remember. Don't forget to turn in your day 3 slideshow when you're finished. And when you submit your work today, I have a fun Friday treat that I think all of you will love. So if you don't turn this in, you don't get the Friday treat. So make sure that you turn in your work. Don't forget. All right. So I had to turn off comments because we had some friends that were not making good choices. They were calling each other names. They were not stopping when their friends asked them to stop. So I turned off comments. I'm not sure if you're ready for me to turn them back on. Maybe if you send me a private message and let me know how you feel about it and how things need to work differently, I'll think about it. If you remember back in our Common Sense media training back at the beginning of the school year, which I know is a long time ago, once you put it on the internet, it's there. Even if you delete it, once you write it, it's there. So you can go to that friend and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to call you that," or "I really didn't mean to say that about you." But it's already written down. So if you go back and change your mind after you write it and hit the arrow in Google's comments, it's there. It never goes away. So please make good choices. All right. I miss you all. I hope you're having a great time, and I really appreciate you making the best of a pretty rotten situation. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. If you have any questions, post me a comment, a private message. Bye.